In Memphis, I know you did a little bit here before, but here, this experience versus what's typical for recording in Sweden, how is it different or similar?
I don't know if you can say that any of the times that I've recorded before in Sweden has been in a special way. Every time it is special, of course. But I must say that I did not expect it to be this nice to record here, because it's always kind of in Sweden. I usually always put the band together myself, and I know the musicians that I'm going to work with in different ways. So to come here to a different country and to a new city to record and with musicians that I never met, I have to admit that I was very nervous. But after the first day, it just fell off, So it's been wonderful, so warm. Mm-hmm.
When Dusty Springfield came to Memphis, she was so overwhelmed by the band, she didn't know what she was going to do. I've read Jerry Wexler's account of when she made Dusty in Memphis, and she was completely intimidated. She actually, the first day, she couldn't sing. Nothing came out because she was so frightened. I guess you got used to this much quicker than that. I don't know where I'm going with this. But
well, I was not that scared. I was nervous. I was more nervous before I met the band, actually, that I came here to Memphis, because to be honest, I did not think I would make it here, but now that I've been here for almost a week now, it feels like I want to move here.
I'm sure the city would love to have you too.
Yeah, I would love to,
Oh, let's talk about the individual musicians. The basis of all Memphis music is the rhythm section. So, if you can talk about Steve and what's the name of the
Dave Smith.
Steve and Dave specifically.
I whispered to David the first day, I told him that these guys are good, they're really good. And also I talked with the guys that, the difference recording in Sweden and here in Memphis, and it's just different, I cannot really explain exactly, put into words what it is. It's just different.
Does it seem more casual here? I don't mean casual meaning, dismissive, but they kind of think on their feet and do it. Is it more planned out maybe in Sweden?
Yeah, I think so. I think in Sweden we're more, control freaks, kind of. So this way, I'm not used to working this way. Of course, I've done some recordings that it's been similar, but I like it, and I don't like if it's too controlled and planned. What I usually do when I write and plan for the record, then I, put the songs together and try to make up, tell myself what kind of record I wanna do, and I try to structure things really carefully, just so when I go into the studio I can just lose control, whatever happens, it happens,
I want to make the point that you're working with some horns in this album, and you've never done that before, even though your father is a horn player. So, didn't he tell you when you were a kid, go make a record with horns?
Yes, he did. My father told me to go make a record with horns, So I actually called him home, from here, and I told him that it was going to be horns. And I could not see him there, but I could hear when he was smiling, So I know that made him happy. I worked with, maybe just a saxophone, on one song. But this is really nice, I did not expect it to be this nice.
Yeah. And I guess it's kind of when you put a band together in Sweden, so it's a band experience when you do it. It's not a producer hires people, they come in and out every day, and you never see them.
No.
So I guess there are similarities as well. You were a soulful singer in Sweden as you are here. I don't know what I'm getting at here, except to give me some idea of what the culture of recording is in Sweden typically.
I don't know if I'm typical,
Yeah.
if I do it in a typical Swedish way, to tell you the truth, you know, the recordings there. I do it my way. And I think that the Memphis way it fits me perfect, you know. So I don't know, I do like to put one band together. I don't like having musicians coming in and out and not know who they are, you know. So I like to have this band together.
I think if we call the album From Linköping to Memphis, let's talk about Linköping. What kind of town is that, and what was it like growing up there?
Linköping was very boring to grow up in. You know? Extremely boring, and boring is the best way. It's the best for creativity, because it's so boring. You got to do something, you know. So it's actually a town that you really pass through, you know, not much happening there. You know? So I really want to get away from there. But I did like to grow up there. It was good. It was good because it was so boring.
But now your father was a horn player and had a record store, but he was always he's a nationally known musician in Sweden, but he was always based in Linköping. He didn't live in a bigger city.
Yes, my father was always based in Linköping, and also because he had the family, and it's not, you know, to have a father, you know, going out on the road and playing everywhere, you know. He wanted to settle down, so he started this record store and a music store, and then he played a little and he wrote music, and I think he was the I don't know the word for it in English, but he worked at a theater in Linköping also, did music there, and he put up 2 musicals where he wrote the music too.
I'd like to get you to say that your father was the first Swedish composer who had Americans cover his music and mention Sarah Vaughan, because that's...
My father was actually the first Swedish musician, songwriter. They got a song out in the States. And both Perry Como and Sarah Vaughan recorded his song. So I think that's pretty cool, you know.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think
now
so.
This happened before you were born, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And he wrote this song for my mother, you know.
What's the song from?
I Confess.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which
Confess.
version do you prefer?
I like both versions,
okay.
you know. I really do, but of course Sarah Vaughan is special. Of course, but I think Perry did also a good version of it.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
What am I leaving out? Let's
Or
get
like my father says, no, he got more money from Perry Como's version,
Oh.
but yeah, so.
Commercial success isn't everything. It's
No.
a lot, but it's not everything.
No.
I think that when we all agreed that you were going to come here to record, David and I thought, well, we're going to go find songs for her, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then, but you came up with all the songs that you're recording here. Did you have this experience in mind? Did you think, oh, this will be good for a Memphis kind of approach, or they're just the songs you were going to do next anyway?
No, actually, from the beginning, when we were talking about making a record here in Memphis, you and David, you came up with some really nice songs, and that actually got me started, because I was in a weird space at that time. You know, I couldn't write anything or do anything. I couldn't hear anything. So then I started to write, and I wrote songs with a lot of friends of mine. And that was also a way to get out and get it out, actually. So when I'm writing, I just write, you know, and you don't really know what's on your mind, or, you know, so I just like to write good songs with lyrics that I like, and songs that I think I can do it really turn it into my song, you know. So it's but it's been good also to work with all those talented people that I have, you know. So.
And are you, when you came here and you had sent the demos of the songs ahead, and David and Posey thought about what they were going to do with them, and then you came here. You hadn't heard what their intention was until they got here. So were you happy with the changes they made? Not the changes, but the adaptation, the arrangements they suggested for these songs.
No, I had no idea how this songs was gonna sound like, or I didn't know anything about David's intentions, what he wanted to do with the songs. But so far, I'm extremely pleased. It turned out to be better than I could have imagined.
Is she great? She answers the questions beautifully. I want you to talk about Mygan. Say it right, because it's the only.
Mygan.
Mygan. Very good accent. That's the only. It's the only Swedish language. It's the only Swedish language song on the album, so English speakers will wonder what it's about. You have to explain that one to us.
Well, actually, I sent David a song in Swedish called Myggan. And he asked me if we could translate it. And I tried to write it in English, but it came to me in Swedish. And it has a special story, the song. So I asked him if we could do this song in Swedish, and I explained why. And he said, okay. Actually, I took him an education in Sweden for a while, because I thought I had to get a real education and a real job, I'm still living off my hobby, so I had to do something about it. So I started an education in something called expressive art therapy. And it was really good. I was in school for 3 years, actually. And every summer we went to a camp for 2 weeks. And then we had all those guest teachers coming. And there was this one time we had a teacher from Norway telling us to go out in the woods, in the fields or wherever, to get chosen. And once we have gotten chosen, then we were going to turn this experience into something. If we wanted to paint something, if we wanted to read a poem, to make a play out of it, to make a dance out of it, or whatever. So I went out in the woods, and of course my narcissistic side expected this big, great animal was going to come to me, like an elk or something big, If I was going to be chosen, it's got to be, the king or, something special. But I was walking around there in the woods and waiting for this big thing to happen. And nothing came up to me. Nothing happened. But I was really annoyed by this mosquito following me. It was like... So, until I realized that actually I had gotten chosen. The mosquito chose me. Then I understood it. But that's also that way in life, You walk around and think that, this big thing and this great thing is going to happen, and you don't see the little things, actually. So you just pass through it. But anyway, I did a song out of it called Myggan.
And that means mosquito.
Yep. It's actually the mosquitoes. I have to say also, I was madly in love by this time. It's the only thing I could think of when I was there at the camp. So I didn't really want to be there, So, and this is a song out of the mosquitoes' perspective. Actually, he sees this weird girl, running around, and it's kind of thinking about other things, So it's actually a song out of the mosquito's perspective.
So, your vocal is the mosquito singing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because it's a very interesting. I only heard the demo, but it has a, kind of a processed vocal where it's. You get really close to the microphone, it's kind of buzzing like a mosquito. So that's, of all the demos, it's my favorite one. Of course, I don't understand it. Maybe I don't know, but I like them. I like the the attitude in that
Yeah.
song a lot.
Well, it's one of the mosquito says that what you doing here and what is it that's pumping in your veins and blah 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 blah. It talks about that and the mosquito ends each verse with, I think I would like to have a sip of that wine.
Meaning your blood.
Yeah.
Ah.
He would like to have that drug too,
Yeah.
the love drug.
I don't know if it's worth talking about many other songs, but the song stays in my mind because it's such a great phrase. Is "Shut up and kiss me," or just shut up. That's two choices. That's it.
Yep.
I guess there's no other way to go.
No.
I guess it's a song about making a decision and going with it. But
Yeah.
we gotta wait for the song
Yep.
to go away.
Mhm. Mhm. No, that phrase just came to me. Shut up and kiss me, and I thought, I don't know where it came from. I thought it was a song when it came to me. So.
Yeah, because I thought it was from an old movie, one of those film noir where the
No,
tough girl and the tough guy meet.
No, it's actually no movie. It's just a phrase that came to me
But
from somewhere.
"Shut up and kiss me alone" was pretty good, or just shut up. It's
Yeah.
or just like get out of here if you can't do what you could be doing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
Yeah.
Come on, you're the director. What did we leave out?
I'd talk about Jimmy Davis.
That's right, your duet with Jimmy. You'd never met him until you met him the day before you did the duet, or
Yes, a few days before.
and the duet is
What I wouldn't do.
What I wouldn't do. Okay,
What I wouldn't do.
let's talk about that.
No, actually, I asked David. It would be cool to have a duet on the record with someone from America. Linköping meets Memphis type. So then he suggested a singer called Jimmy Davis. And I met him, and I immediately liked the guy. I thought it was great. So actually today we just went into the studio and did the song together. And of course I felt a little embarrassed in the beginning too, because some of the lyrics, what it says and so on. But it was really cool to do it. It was really fun.
I mean, it's like an intimate lyric with a guy you never met in your
Yeah,
life.
I know.
Well, things happen fast in this country.
Yeah, I noticed. No, he's cool. Jimmy's cool.
Yeah.
I like him.
So now, I think I'd like to make reference to the fact that you're a mom and so on, and that you left your little boy home, and you call him every night or whatever you do while you're in the course of making the record.
Now, of course, it was tough to leave home. Leave my husband and my little boy, my son. But right before I went here. Then my husband, he filmed me, and I call him also every day. And actually, little Adrian, he looks at the video with me every day, and he says, "Oh, Mom." Yes. So that is good, but that was the toughest part. That was toughest.
And since he was born, you haven't left home ever?
No, maybe 1-2 days or
Yeah,
so.
wow.
So, yeah.
Did you have to educate him, like Mom's going away for a little while and all that, or you just?
He's a little too young for that,
I guess so.
And he has a great dad and
Yeah.
a big sister also.
Oh, that's right.
So I feel calm. He's in good hands.
That's good. Just the fact that you're familiar with this country because you lived here when you were an exchange student, and that your sister lives in this country, and your sister-in-law is from this country. Maybe you could make some references to your American tentacles.
I don't know, but I've always been very drawn to America, to the States, and I have my sister that lives here. She lives in New Jersey, and I've been working a little here in the States before, and I also went to high school in Florida for a year because my father always wanted us kids, my sister and brother, to learn English, because he thought that was really important. And I've been asking myself many times, why am I so drawn to America? Why do I want to go here so badly? and I just dig the place. I dig the music. You know, it's mostly the music that I'm drawn to.
Well, that's clear. That's the next question. So, growing up, what kind of American music did you inspire you, or did you listen to, and make some reference to the fact that you're a harmonica player?
No, actually, and I grew up with a lot of music. Both my father, that's a musician, and also that he's having a record store, and it's been it's been so important. You know, it's been as important as eating and sleeping, and so I got a chance to listen to all kinds of music. Of course, I'm very drawn to blue music. Not necessarily it has to be blues, but it's got to be something blue in it. You know, I don't know why. I have no idea. But maybe that's something that's similar also. If you listen to Swedish folk music and listen to American blues music, there are similarities actually. But also if you listen to folk music all around the world, it's you will find similarities all over.
And which harmonica players do you most admire?
Everybody they can play harmonica.
Yeah.
There's no one special, but I do like Sonny Boy Williamson a lot. There's a lot that I like, you know.
And is harmonica a serious instrument in Sweden? I mean, here we have a lot of reverence for great harp players like Sonny Boy and Little Walter and James Cotton and all these guys. It's important. But you see these movies where the soldiers play their harmonica and then they go into battle. Is he really a musician, or is he just spending time, filling it up with a little music? What did you study harmonica? How did you get to be as good as you got?
Harmonica, how that instrument, I was started to play harmonica. I see harmonica more as an extension to my voice, and it's strange because in Sweden a lot of people come up to me and ask, oh, how do you play harmonica? Can you give me a lesson? And I'm like, I can't do it. But I've been thinking about it. I wonder, why do they ask me, about this instrument? And I've been thinking if it's because I'm a girl, It's a little teeny tiny instrument. If I'm a woman, that they ask me, and they think that because it's a little small instrument, and I'm a woman that plays, then everybody can play, So I've been thinking about it. I don't know, no. But it's cool. But I do like the feeling of not being dependent on anything. I don't have to have those big amps or, big instrument or anything. I have my voice, and I have my harmonica in my back pocket, and I can go wherever I want with it. So that feeling, I love freedom.
It's better than playing the double bass. You have to buy a plane ticket for the instrument.
And it's strange that not more women plays harmonica. I mean, it's perfect for a woman to play.
Yeah, you don't need to hire some guy to carry it around for you. But this is the last question, I think, because I've been to your website many times.
Yeah.
And it has Louise Hoffsten teaches you how to play the harmonica on there, and do you know what's on there?
Yeah, no, because of so many people ask me,
Yeah.
have asked me how to play the harmonica, so I thought I'd put it up on my website, No, I don't remember exactly what it says there, but it's like basically go to a music store, and then you take out your wallet, and you pick what key you would like to start playing in, and you pay for it. You take the harmonica, you go home, you sit down maybe in a comfortable chair or somewhere where you feel comfortable. You pick up the harmonica, put it into your mouth, and you just blow and enjoy.
That's what I wanted. Okay.
Okay.
I thought that was funny on your website. All right. Well, you think we got good stuff?
Good stuff, man.
All right.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Great. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready.
Not a thing could affect my life, but you made me see I was wrong. There you were, causing pain and strife. You shook me up, left me down on the ground, but I grasped for light, for the air, tried to pull myself up, and you showed it's cruel and it's unfair. Some things you can't prepare, but I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise from the burden, rise from the heart, and I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise. Don't know what will happen next. Life will put me to the test. I'll rise from the burden, rise from the heart, and I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise. I was swept away, then Suddenly it was all gone. Seems so long until the dawn. But I'll rise, I'll rise.
One, two, ready.
You came along in a flash. You were ruthless and so insane. I wasn't done living high when everything was swept away. Then suddenly it was all gone. It seems so long until the dawn. But I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise from the burden, rise from the hurting. I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise. I was the one to believe not a thing could affect my life. You made me see I was wrong. There you were causing pain and strife. You were the one shook me up, left me down on the ground, but I grasped for light, for the air, try to pull myself up, and you showed it's cruel and it's unfair. Some things you can't prepare. But I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise from the burden, rise from the hurting. I'll rise, I'll rise,
Yes. Yes.
One, two, ready.
Came along in a flash. You were ruthless and so insane. I wasn't done living high when everything was swept away. Then suddenly it was all gone. It seemed so long until the dawn. Arise, arise from the burden, rise from the hurting, arise, arise, arise. I was the one to believe not a thing could affect my life. You made me see I was wrong. There you were causing pain and strife. You were the one shook me up, left me down on the ground, but I grasped for light, for the air, tried to pull myself up, and you showed it's cruel and it's unfair. Some things you can't prepare, but I'll rise, arise, arise from the burden, rise from the heart, and I'll rise, arise, arise. I don't know what will happen next, when life will put me to the test. But I'll rise, arise, arise from the burden, rise from the heart, and arise, arise,
I'm so sorry.
What?
It's like a flood.
Come on in. Let's get some coffee, a Danish, and listen to this son of a gun. Hey.
2, 1, 2, 3.
You came along in a flash. You were ruthless and so insane. I wasn't done living high when everything was swept away. Then suddenly it was all gone. Seems so long until it dawned. But I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise from the burden, rise from the hurting. I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise. I was the one to believe not a thing could affect my life. But you made me see I was wrong. There you were causing pain and strife. You were the one, shook me up, left me down on the ground, but I grasped for light, for the air, tried to pull myself up, and you showed it's cruel and it's unfair. Some things you can't prepare. But I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise from the burden, rise from the hurting. I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise. I don't know what will happen next. Love will put me to the test. But I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise from the burden, rise from the hurting. I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise.
Good one, folks. Good one.
Suddenly it was all gone. It seems so long until the dawn. But I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise from the bottom, rise from the hiding, I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise. I was the one to believe not a thing could affect my life. But you made me see I was wrong. There you were, causing pain and strife. You were the one, shook me up, left me down on the ground, but I grasped for light, for the air, try to pull myself up, and you showed it's cruel and it's unfair. Some things you can prepare, but I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise from the bottom, rise from the hiding, I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise. I don't know what will happen next. Well, life will put me to the test. But I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise from the bottom, rise from the hiding, I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise.
I'm not getting any lyrics.
Let me just roll this. I'll put you at the second verse going into the second chorus, and that's where we'll raise hell in the second chorus.
On a path where we can walk someday. I still believe in us, but we need to change our ways again. I still believe and trust that we have